Well, good evening and thank you for joining us tonight. I'm Avi Hannon. Hundreds of children gathered at Unity Point Health St. Luke's for a reunion for NICU children. It's our top story at 5:30. Every year, the hospital invites the families of children who had a difficult birth or was born early to the facility's atrium. While their kiddos could get their faces painted, enjoy a snack, and even meet their favorite princess or superhero. Officials with Unity Point Health St. Luke say it's always great to see the kids they helped growing up.
It gives us a chance to reconnect with those families and to see their little ones grow up and doing so well, and it's rewarding for us to see that we were a part of that at the beginning and to see them doing so well.
Officials say it's always amazing to see just how much kids have changed since last year's event. And many kids were hoping with joy today with a chance to see some pet animals at the Coffee Connection. Families line up for hours to get a professional picture with some baby kangaroos and big bunnies. The kiddos got to hold and even pet that the little animals or guys for a couple of minutes. Devil Exotics provided the animals for the event and hopes folks leave today's photo shoots knowing a bit more about kangaroos as well as a little more empathy.
I would like to see people care more about our native wildlife, even our non-native wildlife. I'd like to see people care more about homeless animals. I want people to want to make a difference. I want people to care.
Masters say she appreciates everyone waiting hours to see the animals and hopes everyone had a great time today. And on April 9th, the Nebraska Chambers has officially welcomed Todd Bingham to the Nebraska Chamber team to serve as president and CEO. In his new role, Bingham will provide leadership and help the vision that is the Chamber's mission of helping the businesses. Prior to joining the Chamber, Bingham was the president and CEO of the Utah Manufacturers Association. He has over 30 years of experience as a registered lobbyist, and he has served on boards that include the Governor's Economic Council, the Utah Employees Council, and the OSHA Advisory Board, and much more. He will begin his new position in May. And the Storm Lake Public Library was awarded the Penguin Random House Grant. On Wednesday, Penguin Random House and United for Libraries announced 51 recipients of a new grant program serving rural and small libraries across the country. Storm Lake Public Library was among the 19 recipients of a $1,000 cash grant and is the only library in Iowa to be awarded that cash grant. The funds are meant for priority projects. Those projects include summer reading programs for kids, outreach to senior, and book improvements, as well as technology upgrades. Well, checking back in with meteorologist Maggie Warren now. Maggie, how's it looking out there?
Well, it's been a gorgeous weekend so far. Those temperatures have been very warm. We've though seen very windy conditions, and those windy conditions will continue. The warm conditions will as well. So definitely plenty of time to get out there, get those doggos out for a walk. If you have those dogs you need to take for a walk, or even just get the kids out to the park, or get yourself out for a walk. But keep in mind, we do have some moderately unhealthy air qualities out there right now. So if you're particularly sensitive to those changes in air qualities, maybe hold off on going out for the night tonight. But if not, by all means, go outside, get those dogs for a walk, and I'll let you know when we see temperatures turning just a bit cooler, all with your full forecast. Avia?
Well, thank you, Maggie. And the Woodbury County Emergency Management wants to remind folks that we are in a high fire danger right now with the drought, and there are safety tips to remember during these high fire danger times. Officials want people to be mindful of open flames and heat sources to prevent unintentional ignitions. People should monitor weather conditions as high winds and low humidity contribute to rapid fire spreading. People should avoid burning before and during dry and windy periods. Other tips to avoid starting a fire is to not throw away cigarettes, use caution with outdoor farm equipment, and avoid using your outdoor grill. And finally, people should dial 911 right away if you believe a fire may be out of control or unsupervised. And staying on topics of fire, a group of female firefighters is helping to create interest in their career in South Dakota. This was the program's first year, and it aims to teach people interested in firefighting the ins and outs of the profession. And it went from Friday night to this evening, and it was a jam-packed weekend where participants got to experience things like working through an entanglement prop, running an obstacle course, and learning CPR.
I just think about when I was a cadet for Sioux Falls Fire Rescue 6 years ago, and I think it would have been really beneficial to me to kind of get my feet wet and learn about what everything this job entails.
The participants said it was a very cool experience to be a part of, and they were engaged and interested the whole time. And a man from Nebraska was arrested on Friday after allegedly leading police on a high-speed pursuit in northeast Nebraska while intoxicated. According to the Stanton County Sheriff's Office, a pursuit began at around 2:15 in the morning on Friday. The Wayne police initiated the chase after a black Ford Mustang fled west on Nebraska Highway 35. The vehicle was seen again on N35 by the Stanton County Sheriff's Office. The Mustang allegedly did not stop, instead turning back east and fleeing from police at over 120 miles per hour. The driver was identified as 20-year-old Trayden Smith of Springfield, Nebraska. Smith was booked in the Stanton County Jail and was charged with speeding 120 miles per hour in a 65-mile-per-hour zone, operating a motor vehicle to avoid arrest, willful reckless driving, driving while intoxicated, refusal to submit chemical DWI test, and false imprisonment and possession of a fake ID. And the Nebraska State Patrol is reporting an alarming amount of high speeds on Nebraska roadways. Officials say during the first 100 days of the year, troopers have stopped over 300 drivers for triple-digit speeds. The high speeds total in 2025 represent a 52% increase in 100 miles per hour citations compared to the average of the previous 10 years. Colonel Bolduc says, quote, "As we leave the winter weather in the rear view, it's important for everyone to maintain safe roadways across Nebraska